I fell in love with the air hostess on my vacation with my girlfriend. The airport hummed with the chaos of summer departures. I stood in the security line, my girlfriend Dee's hand warm in mine, scrolling through our Santorini itinerary for the 100th time. We'd been planning this trip for months, our first real vacation together after 2 years of dating. "You're going to wear out your phone screen," Dee teased, squeezing my fingers. I smiled and pocketed my phone. She was right. I needed to be present to enjoy this. We'd saved for so long, worked extra shifts, skipped countless brunches with friends. This trip was supposed to be everything. The flight was packed. As we shuffled down the narrow aisle toward our seats, I noticed her. The air hostess stationed near the emergency exit had honey-colored eyes that seemed to catch the cabin light like amber. Her name tag read Eliza. When our eyes met, something electric passed between us, a recognition I couldn't name. "Excuse me," I mumbled, nearly tripping over someone's carry-on. "Careful there," Eliza said, steadying me with a gentle hand on my elbow. Her voice was warm like whiskey and smoke. "Wouldn't want you injured before you even take off." My face burned. Dee was already settling into her window seat, oblivious. Throughout the safety demonstration, I found myself watching Eliza's hands as she gestured toward the exits, the oxygen masks, the flotation devices. There was grace in every movement, a quiet confidence that drew my attention like a magnet. "You okay?" Dee whispered. "You seem distracted." "Just tired," I lied. "Before we continue, I have to ask, are you enjoying this story? If you're curious about where this complicated journey leads, hit that subscribe button for Sapphic Whispers. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. And while you're at it, drop a comment below. Have you ever felt an unexpected connection with someone? Let's talk about it. 3 hours into the flight, Dee fell asleep against the window, her breathing soft and steady. I tried to read, but the words swam on the page. Every time the drink cart rolled past, I looked up, hoping to see Eliza. When she finally appeared, offering refreshments with that practiced smile, I ordered a gin and tonic I didn't want. "First time to Greece?" she asked, her accent revealing hints of something Mediterranean. "Yes. My girlfriend and I." I gestured toward Dee, as if the word girlfriend could be a shield. "Lucky her," Eliza said, but her eyes held mine a moment too long. "Greece has a way of changing people. Just be open to it." What did that mean? I sipped my drink, the gin sharp on my tongue. The plane hit turbulence, sudden and violent. Overhead compartments rattled. Someone gasped. Eliza moved through the cabin with practiced calm, checking passengers, offering reassurance. When she reached our row, the plane dropped again, and she gripped the headrest of my seat, her face inches from mine. "Nothing to worry about," she murmured. "Just some rough air." But there was something in her expression, a vulnerability that contradicted her professional composure. For a moment, she looked as unsettled as I felt. He stirred awake. "What's happening?" "Just turbulence," I said, echoing Eliza. The rest of the flight passed in a strange suspension. I felt caught between two realities, the one where I was traveling with my girlfriend to a romantic destination, and another where every glance from Eliza rewrote something fundamental inside me. Quick pause. If this story is resonating with you, if you understand that confusing pull of attraction when it arrives at the wrong time, then Sapphic Whispers needs to hear from you. Subscribe, share this story with someone who gets it, and comment your thoughts. Sometimes we need to know we're not alone in these complicated feelings. We landed in Athens at sunset, the sky painted in shades of rose and gold. As passengers filed off the plane, Eliza stood by the exit, thanking everyone for flying. When I reached her, she pressed something into my hand, a folded cocktail napkin. "In case you need a local's perspective," she whispered. Dee was ahead of me, struggling with her carry-on. I shoved the napkin into my pocket, my heart hammering. Our hotel in Santorini was everything the photos promised. Whitewashed walls, blue-domed churches, views of the Aegean that stretched into infinity. Dee was ecstatic, pulling me onto our private balcony, kissing me as the sun melted into the sea. "This is perfect," she said. We're perfect. I kissed her back, trying to mean it. That night, while Dee showered, I unfolded the napkin. On it, in elegant script, was a phone number and a single sentence. For when you're ready to be honest with yourself. My hands shook. I should throw it away. I should tell Dee. Instead, I hid it in the inner pocket of my wallet, where it burned like a secret coal. The next 3 days were a beautiful lie. We explored ancient ruins, tasted wine in cave restaurants, swam in waters so blue they seemed unreal. Dee was everything a girlfriend should be. Attentive, loving, present. And I played my part, smiling for selfies, holding her hand through crowded streets. But at night I lay awake, thinking about amber eyes and the weight of a question I wasn't ready to answer. On the 4th day, my phone buzzed with an unknown number. There's a cafe in Oe. Sunset tomorrow. If you don't come, I'll understand. E. I stared at the message until the screen went dark. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood at a crossroads like this? Where the safe choice and the honest choice are pulling you in opposite directions? If this story is making you feel something, subscribe to Sapphic Whispers. Share it with your community. And please comment below about your own moments of truth. We build this space together. I told Dee I wanted to watch the sunset alone, that I needed some space to think. She looked hurt but nodded, saying she'd explore the shops. The cafe was tucked into a cliff face, overlooking the caldera. Eliza sat at a corner table, wearing civilian clothes, a linen dress that moved with the wind. She looked different without the uniform. More real. More dangerous. You came, she said simply. I shouldn't have. But you did. She gestured to the seat across from her. Sit. Please. Sat. For a long moment we just looked at each other. The sun descended slowly, painting everything gold. I don't do this, Eliza said finally. Approach passengers. Break my own rules. But when I saw you I knew. Knew what? That you're lying to yourself. That you're with someone safe because it's easier than admitting what you really want. Her voice was gentle, not accusatory. Am I wrong? I wanted to say yes. To defend Dee, my relationship, my choices. Instead, tears started falling. I love her, I whispered. I believe you. But love isn't always enough, is it? Not when you're living half a life. We talked until the sun disappeared and the sky filled with stars. Eliza told me about her own journey. Coming out at 30, losing friends, finding herself. She didn't tell me what to do. She just held space for my confusion, my guilt, my fear. I can't kiss you, I said at one point. I'm not asking you to. But the wanting was there, thick between us. When I returned to the hotel, Dee was waiting on the balcony. She'd been crying. I know, she said quietly. I've known for a while that I'm not enough. That something's missing. We talked through the night. It was the most honest conversation we'd ever had. By morning, we'd decided to finish the trip as friends, to honor what we'd built while acknowledging it wasn't sustainable. The pain was real. The relief was too. I never saw Eliza again after that sunset. But she'd given me something more valuable than romance. She'd given me permission to be honest. To stop living in the safe middle ground between what I wanted and what I thought I should want. 6 months later, I'm single and figuring out who I am without the weight of expectations. It's terrifying and liberating in equal measure. Sometimes love means letting go. Sometimes the person who changes your life is the one you don't end up with. And sometimes, falling in love with an air hostess on vacation with your girlfriend is exactly the catalyst you needed to finally fall in love with your own truth. Thank you for reading this story to the end. If it moved you, challenged you, or made you think differently about love and honesty, please subscribe to Sapphic Whispers. This community thrives because of readers like you who aren't afraid of complicated narratives and messy truths. Share this story, comment your reflections, and let's continue these important conversations together. Your voice matters here.